the main thing I want to go through for a moment is this little section here. All right, let me just zoom in for a moment. So this is kind of what we're aiming to do together over the next few months. Okay. At the moment we're doing this on a Friday morning. If for any reason the life situation, the world situation changes, we can switch dates or times. So there's no worry there. Okay. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. So I'm going to just go through this overview of the course. Okay. So the first thing I like to do, everybody, is just establish a couple of mind models. Okay, there's so many different ways of thinking about how the mind works, and there's a couple I use that they make the most sense to me based on the methods we use for helping people. So I'll refer back. We'll go through these in a moment and refer back to these as we go through the course. Right. Then we're going to jump through different approaches. Okay, because essentially I've had the label hypnotherapy and a hypnotherapist, and that's what we're teaching. But really, very often we're switching between a hypnotherapist and a life coach and a counselor and a psychotherapist, and we're doing all these different things. Okay? I just want to make you clear of that. That the way I do things that I'm going to teach you, it's not just about sitting down, hypnotizing somebody, reading a script and selling them off. There's a lot more to it than that. Right? The third way, then we start teaching a little more of clinical hypnosis and clinical suggestion. Sound dropping in and out, getting every second word, sound fine. It should be fine. I'm on a really quite fast wired broadband here. All right. What I can do just to speed things up, just in case you're having trouble your end, I can get rid of my video for a moment. Okay. Let me drop my video out, so I'm only going to just be audio for now. Okay. Don't just be audio, but we are on a very good fast connection here. So hopefully we're transmitting okay. All right, so we'll talk about clinical hypnosis, hypnotic suggestion, these kind of things. So back on the connection, you should be on a Wi-Fi if possible, ideally plugged in if you can. 4G for these kind of video transmissions can be a bit intermittent. Okay, so make sure you're on a Wi-Fi broadband, by the way. Okay, clinical hypnosis, hypnotic suggestion. This is really much more what's called very solution-focused therapy. Okay, where we're not really digging too much into why things happen. It's more what's actually going on right now and how can you make a difference to that person right now in this moment. Okay. Okay, without the video, right? Great, good. Yeah, if I turn the video off, it slows down the transmission speed. Where were we? Okay, yeah. So very solution-focused things first of all, and that can be very generic. This is kind of a bit thing you kind of get on a lot of hypnotherapy training courses, which is where you learn how to put some hypnosis and deliver some kind of script to them. And we do a little bit of that, but not much of that really. What I prefer to do is really personalize the treatment and really teach you how to extract information from the client so they can, so you can really dig down 2 or 3 levels or 2 or 3 layers to really help the client at the deepest level possible. And for me, usually personalizing the treatment is what will get you the best result there. So we're going to go through how to personalize everything. And the next bit down there is number 5, is once you start chatting to people, you realize that there's a lot of stuff people carry with them from their past. Okay, and trying to change things in the present is not always that easy if they've got a lot of baggage carried with them. So sometimes it's much easier to sort out their emotional life issues and help people resolve that first of all. And then once you've done that, that will actually solve many people's problems anyway. But once you've done that, it makes it much easier to bring about changes in the present. Okay, so number 5, hypnoanalysis, deep transformation. That's about taking people into the causes of their problems and digging deep into it to help resolve things for them. All right. And number 6, then we start kind of putting it together. How do you run a session? You've got these pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, but how do you actually put it all together? Okay. How do you answer the door to someone or answer the computer to someone nowadays? Interview them, chat with them, decide what they need, take them into that lovely state of mind and help them solve problems in just the right way. So we get this lovely, nice flowing treatment. Right? Once we've got the generics of that and the general approach, then we can start fine-tuning that to specific treatments such as weight loss, stop smoking, fears, phobias, regression, public speaking, whatever whatever thing people want more particularly, we can fine tune it into that. So we go through some of that as we progress. Okay. Once you've got that, you can pretty much be able to help most people with most things. And then you need to start building a business around it or practice around it if that's your aim. Okay, some people like to do this just for personal interest, but obviously many of you will be looking to either add this to existing skills or transfer over and begin a new business, a new career in some way. So we're going to go through that with you. Okay, everybody, that's the general aim there. Any quick questions on that?